Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Ashley and I'm so glad that you stopped here today. And so probably after you see this, Thanksgiving has passed. So happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays to you and your family. I hope you had a wonderful holiday and a blessed holiday, and most important, a safe holiday. So today we are here, I'm talking about the Bretman Rock and Colourpop collab. Remember, I said it, they're going to have like 50 more releases before the end of the year in true Colourpop fashion. But Bretman Rock, who is a very popular YouTuber here on YouTube, of course, he collabed with Colourpop Cosmetics and created the Wet and the Lit collection. So here we go. They have the Lit palette and the Wet palette, and actually both came with blushes, which were super soft blushes, and both came with a lip kit, and they both had a palette, and then they also had the body glitter, which is a little bit of controversy, but I'm not going to really touch on that. But child, it was some drama, okay? But I mean, after a while, you know, every product has kind of been done, so sometimes we have to take things with a grain of salt, but I don't believe it just like outright copying, folks. However, back to the collection, I decided to pick up both of the palettes, the Wet and Lit palette, and then because I am a sucker for a red lip, I picked up the the lip kit that was included in the Lit collection. That's the fire one, you know, all hot. So it came with this lip liner right here, and it came with this ultra glossy lip and the lipstick, and I believe the lip kit, or that sounds like something Kylie Jenner. Well, I believe this lip set was about $12, and the palette definitely ran for $12 a piece, and I picked them up together, so that was $24. So you know, Colourpop, they're always here for the affordable things, so I do love them, and I think the quality has been just amazing, especially lately on their products. I actually used both of the palettes to create this look today that I demo for you a little bit later, but first I'm going to go ahead and show you the Lit palette, and it looks like this. And each palette actually contains 8 shades, and I think they're cute, they're perfect. Now this palette kind of reminds a lot of people of the Colourpop Yes Please palette, or the one that has Cute AF on the front. And then we have the Wet palette, which looks like this on there. So I will go ahead and swatch both of them for you, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with the Wet palette first, and I'm going to go ahead, hopefully I don't have to use like all my whole arm to swatch this. So first, starting with, we have Skinny Legend, and then we have LOL I'm Crying. That's such a pretty shade right there. Then we have I'm Chillin', which is a matte navy blue. Look at that. And then we have Finished, and that's with a question mark. That's the first row of the palette. I did good. I did good. Okay, now we're going to go in with the second row, and we have, this is EY Beach, which is like a mid-tone brown, so it kind of looks like my collection. Then we got Thickums, and that's this silver shade, and it has so much body. Look at that. Look at it. Then we have Fishy, which is right here, and I actually have this on my eyes today. This is such a beautiful color. And then we have Mood. So pretty. So this is the Wet palette. So pretty. I was like, not that I need another blue palette either, but you know, we're here. We're here. Then I'm going to go ahead and swatch the Lit collection for you. Okay, so on the other arm, I'm going to go ahead and do the Lit palette. And it says Or Whatever, which is like a peachy brownish shade. And then we have Mercy. This is like the shade that made me get it. Look at that red. I have that on my eyes today. And then we have Macchiato. And then we have Cleo Amore, matte yellow. Okay, so for the second row of the Lit collection, this shade right here is called She Got Money. And then we got Period. That's my city girl impression, okay? And then we got Like. The shade is called Like. And then we have the shade called Baiting. And this is right here. This is the Lit collection, and hopefully you can see them all. Those are both of the swatches. So pretty. So like I said, this palette retails for $12 a piece. It's 2 palettes in the collection, and it came out by Bretman, and it is actually available now for purchase on the Colourpop website. So stay tuned for the demo. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and jump into this demo. So I thought about a look that I want to do, but I hope it comes out the way I planned it in my head. But I kind of swatched the colors on my hand, and I was like, oh, these blend well together. So I want to do somewhat of like a halo eye and do this color Fishy, and this is from the Wet collection. And then I want to put this color Mercy in the center, and I think it will blend beautifully. And I'm going to use a couple of the shades as a transition shade. We're just going to have fun. We're going to play in both of the palettes today, so wish me luck. If not, I'll just insert a clip of the hot mess and we'll just do a basic eyeshadow look. So my eyebrows are filled in with the ABH brow definer, and I used the shade Caramel, but I actually went in with a little bit of soft brown because Caramel is on his way out. Like she's almost non-existent. That pencil is almost done. So I used soft brown to kind of go ahead and fill in. And I actually alternate between the two, and it just depends on like how dark my hair is. So like, especially when I get my color touched up, like I gotta go with caramel. But if like I could get away with soft brown, especially if my hair is like growing out, like you see my roots right here, you know, she's really growing out. However, we're going to keep it pressing. I got my Sephora 10 brush here. My eyelids are primed with the Urban Decay Primer Potion shade Caffeine. I'm going to go in with the shade from the Wet collection in the shade Skinny Legend. And I'm just going to kind of, this is kind of like a peachy color. I'm going to do a lot of transition shades here. I'm not sure what we're doing as far as the transition, but I just kind of want to, you know, playing them all. This is very a light shade, so we're just going to kind of keep it up here by the brow bone. Yep. And it doesn't look like too much of anything on my complexion, but I really wasn't planning on it looking like too much of anything. I thought these palettes were very pretty, and I know people are like, oh, it has a lot of browns in it, but I kind of get it because, you know, some of those browns just really make it more less intimidating for people. So I'm gonna kind of go ahead, layer it in with Oh Whatever. This shade is a warmer peach color. I'm gonna knock it off using the same Sephora 10 brush, just laying it down right in there in the crease. This color shows up better. It's a nice warmer peachy color. And then I'm gonna keep the same brush, swirl it off of my color switch. I'm gonna go in with Period. Oh, he a city girl, huh? I don't watch Bretman Rock, so it's probably like a joke that he says. But you know that song by the City Girls that's super popular right now? Period. Does this have glitter in it? No, it doesn't. Okay. So I have used this palette one time before, and the glitter from She Got Money kind of popped over into the shade Period. So I'm like, why do I see glitter with my matte shade? What is going on? So just buffing that color on, going back and forth. Windshield wiper motions going upwards. That creates that nice definition, makes my eyes look more defined. That was like one of the best tricks I could have ever figured out. And a lot of makeup artists do that. So like if you have your makeup professionally done, a lot of times they will angle it up instead of always just straight across over. Okay. So now that I got a Period down, I want to kind of go in and I'm going to warm that up with the shade Like. Because I am going to use that blue shade, but that blue shade when I swatched it, it had a lot of red as an undertone. So that's why I think my two little shimmer combinations are going to work. And hopefully I won't be out here looking like a hot mess. But if I am, like I said, I don't know. Y'all might not even see it. So I'm just going back and forth and I really like how this color picks up. Like I said, I've worn this palette before, and I just wore the lit side, and the shades did last full 8 hours. Did not have an issue with it. So I have that down. Now I'm going to go in with a smaller blending brush. And as soon as I can figure it out, like what happened, where'd it go? Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my Sigma, and this is the airbrush blender, and this is the F63. Go ahead and take that brush, and I'm going to dip in with this brown color right here, named Macchiato. So I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to tap it off. You do kind of, these shades are pigmented, but you do need to like just tap it off. And I'm just kind of stamping that right in there. I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference, but it does. I mean, but you know, sometimes you just get a little extra when you use more shades than what you planned on. So just going ahead and building that up, because yes, it gives it just a little bit more depth. See that? And if my face looks shiny, I'm sorry, because I did put on my marilla oil. Because, child, you know, Ashley has dry skin. Referring to myself like that. I have dry skin, and I went to the pool before this to work out. And, yeah. It's like, this is not going to work. I got to put my marilla oil on. Okay, so now I'm going to jump over into the Wet collection, and I'm going to take the shade Fishy, and I'm going to pick it up on my Tarte. I think this is from like a unicorn collection set, but I like this shade for my this brush rather for my shimmers. And I'm just packing the brush, and I'm going to tap off some of the excess. I have the brush nicely packed with that color. I'm going to do the inside and outside, and I'm actually going to take this cup kind of high. I'm going to simulate like I'm cutting the crease, but I'm not going to cut the crease. So I'm actually just patting, because this color lays down so well before I start dragging it across. And I don't know if you can see. If you can see like how this shade just has like a red undertone. Okay, now I'm just kind of patting and dragging, patting and dragging. I'm like closing my eyelid, because if you have little lines right there, you know, make sure the shadow's in there. I'm going to go ahead and pick up some more. I'm going to put it on the outside. I'm going to leave the center open. Inner corner. And I'm taking it up so it can meet like where this brow bone is. So we're kind of essentially covering up a little bit of that red. And I'm kind of pull it out so it kind of does like a wing motion. But out. And I'm still patting, like patting and picking up and tapping. I want to leave like quite a bit of space open right here for that red shade. And I'm just kind of bringing it out, and I'm going to kind of close it off at the top. I'm rubbing gently there, and then we'll clean up the rest a little bit. And I'm just kind of fixing it in the corner. Okay, so now I'm going to like just wipe off my brush. I'm going to dip into the Lit palette, and I'm going to go ahead and take the shade Mercy. This is Mercy right here, this nice fiery red color. I love shades like this. This is like, I even bought the palettes. It's like, I just don't even need another red shade. I need one like a hole in my head. Look how red that is. Look how nice. And I'm going to kind of overlap it so it just kind of blends into each other. And even up at the top. And now I'm just kind of feathering it out. So it's not like a harsh line, and the red kind of softly diffuses into that turquoisey green shade. But most of the pigment is like down here. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take a clean blending brush. I'm going to go ahead and take my, this is a MAC 22, I'm sorry, this is not a MAC. How dare I say MAC? But it's some Morphe in 441 brush. It kind of emulates a MAC 227, because here 217 rather, because here's a MAC 217. This is the Morphe one right here. You know, it's like I could tell immediately when I picked it up, because I was like, I looked at the bristles and the weight of the brush. That's how I knew. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna kind of clean up that transition shade that we had right here. Just clean it up. Kind of softly flick it out. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe my brush off, and then I'm gonna go in with the color right here, Skinny Legend. Just pick up a tiny bit. Actually, I should go in with the shade that's a little bit more peachy, because that would probably blend it out a little bit better. Such a warm. This shade is called Oh Whatever. Oh Whatever you want to do. Yes. Blend that out right there. And then I'm going to kind of fill in this little gap right there. And I do want to do an inner corner highlight, but I don't know. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to do my other eye. We're going to get that matching. And wing liner, take care of my face. We'll come back and finish up the eyes. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I got the other eye matching. I used the NYX vinyl. I've been really loving this. It's like $3, $4. You can't go wrong. You know, you can pick it up at Ulta or anywhere they sell NYX. And this is called the Vinyl Liquid Liner. And then I put Bad Girl Bang mascara on. And then I use my Too Faced Born This Way concealer as my foundation. I've really been loving that, like, kind of brushed out all over my face, like just maybe 2 dots here and then maybe a dot here, and I'll just take like my foundation brush and brush it in a smaller brush around my eyes, and it works beautifully with throughout the day, like beautiful. So has anybody else used that as a foundation? Let me know down in the comments. So we're gonna go in, we're gonna finish up this waterline. I really wasn't feeling like doing mascara, but I wanna go ahead and take this shade called Fishy. Again, I'm gonna take it on the side of my brush since we're gonna hit the waterline like this. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of connect the dots. Try not to make a weird face for you guys. Try to stay in focus or in frame, you know. One of them. And we'll go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, and now I'm going to go into the Lit palette, and I'm going to take a little bit of this color Mercy, that little red one that we've been working with, and I'm going to dab it right there in the middle, kind of matching. I hardly ever do this, but I figure why not. Sorry. I live by a firehouse, which is like a good thing and a bad thing. I hope they're done. Okay, and for my inner corner, I'm going to go in with this shade called Baiting right here, which is a lighter shimmer. And it's kind of like a rosy tone shimmer. And I'm just going to tap it right there in the inner corner. Just a little bit like so. I'm not going to take it all the way up. I know I usually like take it in there, but I'm just going to keep it kind of really tight. This shade is just nice. It's like a peachy, but it just has like a nice little sheen. It's nothing too... I just really want you to look at this. I really like how this looks now that I've added like my wing liner. I liked it before, but I'm really, really liking it. And then I'm going to go in with my Pat McGrath pencil. I've been liking this too. I was like, girl, I'm not buying that. But then, you know, Sephora VIB happened, and, you know, maybe it's like, it's really good. And then one of my sister's friends, who is a professional makeup artist, she was like, this is really good. And I was like, okay. You got me. I'm trying it. Bad Girl Bang. I'm going to hit those bottom lashes. Okay, and let's go ahead with some lips. Now, he did come out with 2 lip collections. but I got the one that had the red one that was with the Lit collection, probably because I cannot turn down a red lip. And it comes with this liner. This liner is called Dukes, and it comes with this ultra satin lip, and it's a shade Wig, and then it comes with a gloss called I See You. So I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips. Okay, I'm gonna blot that in. It seems like this one has to be like sharpened already. A lot of people don't know, but these Colourpop liners can be sharpened. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go in with the shade Wig, which is like the reddish shade. And probably this is why I probably picked it up, because I just can't turn down like a red shade. Okay, and I will just try a little bit of the gloss. So this is the gloss, and it's called I See You, and this is in their Ultra Glossy Lip Formula. I'm going to let this kind of dry down for a second. Okay, so I found me some earrings, and I'm back. What do you think about the look? I think it turned out great, and this is like a good way to use both of the palettes in kind of like a different manner. I think this outlook is very actually holiday appropriate, you know, with a black dress or a really cute red dress. This look will work. Okay, so now that I completed my look, what do I think about the palettes? I think the Wet and the Lip palette, I think they're really nice. You know, Colourpop, they're $12, but they don't bring you crap. And I just really feel that lately, ever since kind of like the Makeup Shayla palette came out, I want to say in May, and every release since that, the quality of the palettes have just been getting better and better. If you saw me during the demo, I didn't even have to wet my brush. You know, the mattes there are stand out. You can see them very well. This shade Fishy, which is this dark greenish color with a hint of undertone of red, it packed on so nice. The shades are full of body, and you didn't even have to wet it. The same with the shade Mercy, that red shade. I didn't wet any of these shades, guys. They perform well. They blended out like a dream. They're pigmented. Now, this is my first time actually using the Wet palette, which is the blue one right here. But like I said, just the way this performed alone, it was like magical, because you know sometimes you could swatch this stuff, but when you get ready to put it on your eyes, it's just not the same. You definitely have to wet it. So the fact it performed like this without me having to wet it was excellent. But even these two mattes right here, I definitely used Skinny Legend. That was great also. And it, you know, it's kind of light, but it kind of set the framework for my look. But you know, it's kind of blends in with my skin complexion, but I kind of realized that. Now, this is my second time using this particular palette, and I think it's great. Like I said, I wore this palette before. I had to use Mercy, and I used these three mattes right here. And I actually did my inner corner with Cleo Moore in the yellow, and the yellow stayed over my Urban Decay primer all day long. I'm talking 8 hours. And I did not have a problem with this. So I think the pigmentation of these palettes, they're very good if this is something like you're considering things, especially like this blue one. If you don't have a lot of blue in your collection, but maybe you have a lot of warm tones, this is a nice palette for nice pops of blue. Now, this one is kind of similar to the Mar collection, but I think like this shade alone is different. This shade right here is different. I think these palettes are very nice, and I'm very pleased with them. So if it was something like, I was like, should I recommend it? Should I get? I would say go ahead and purchase it. So that's what I think, and I think this look came out really well. So I'm pleased. I was like, I'm spraying. I was like, praying to the makeup guys, like, please let this vision execute in my that I have in my head. Please let it execute, and I think they did. So overall, I enjoyed it. So let me know what you think about the look. Did you pick up the palettes? Are you thinking about picking up the palettes? Let me know down in the comments, and give this video a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, and I am just so overjoyed. I was like, I have like 95 subscribers. My channel, I just feel like it's been growing and growing, and I'm getting more organic subscribers other than my friends that I'm just reaching out to. But I appreciate them as well, and I appreciate you for following me on this journey. So please do subscribe to my channel, and I'll have another video for you very soon. And you know, I'm gonna do my little dance for you. Do my chair dance. But I hope you enjoyed this look. I think it turned out great. It's different. I love red eyeshadow, so this is just a different way to break it up. And have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye, YouTube.